renovating your house, aren't you?
We've got, yeah, Jenny Claire's husband has designed it for us, and he's in there doing it, overseeing everything. We've got bathrooms being knocked down and bedrooms being knocked down.
As long as it's not your kids.
Not my kids, no, not my kids anymore, no. They didn't get me nothing nice last time, did they, when they did it?
They turned it into a burger bar or something, didn't they?
No, they didn't do that. They turned it into the North Pole.
Oh, yeah.
So we had an igloo with snow. You know when you think you get a nice flat screen telly or a cinema room or something? No, I've got a Victorian room with stuffed animals, a helter-skelter outside my house going like right the way down to the kitchen. I mean, I can't tell you what they did to my house. I found snow for years afterwards. Every time I opened a cupboard, a bit of polystyrene would fly out.
That was so funny, actually. It did make me laugh.
Might be for you, Carol. Weren't for me, love.
It's the same house. Is it the same house?
I wasn't ill in hospital. I was on morphine at the time when they asked me to do it. I thought, yeah, whatever you want, that's fine, no problem. And then you realise.
Now, you mentioned you've been in a short film. Tell us a little bit about. We need to talk about Kieran. What's that all about? What's your part in it?
Well, my part, it's like sort of a chat show, and he comes on.
You're the host.
He's a sex addict. Yeah, it's one day, you know. That's what I said. I did it about a year ago.
Chris Parker played.
Yeah.
How did they cast that one?
I'm not quite sure. As I said, it was like one day, and I did it about, I don't know, probably about 7 or 8 months ago, so you don't really know much about... I mean, I read the film, obviously, but they showed me little bits and pieces. I just went into a studio one day and I had reams of dialogues. I just remember being up all night the night before, going over and over this dialogue and that. So it'd be interesting to see. So I really don't know what it's going to be like and if he is going to be a good sex addict or not.
But, I mean, as an actor, you do a whole bunch of things, and some of them never... You don't know if they're going to see the light of day. You just...
Well, exactly. That's what I said. I'd sort of forgotten about it until the researcher said to me yesterday about Kieran. I said, Kieran, what's Kieran? It's a little film that he did. It was like... Oh, yeah, that one.
Have you done a musical, Linda?
No.
Oh, that's your next thing, then.
I can't sing.
Oh, you like
me? I thought I could for years.
And me too. No, honestly, I always thought I was Doris Day.
No, it does matter, honestly.
It does matter.
It does matter when people are leaving the theatre when you're singing. It really does matter, honestly. They normally ask me to sing to Clear somewhere. Can you get up and everyone go home now?
OK, we're going to ask you a few bars in just a second. It's Linda Robson, everyone. We'll get back on at 1:30. OK, we'll take a break here, but we'll see you in 3 when we'll be asking what really gets your goat about other people's mobile phone use. Back soon. Welcome back to Loose Women this Thursday lunchtime, where joining me, Andrea McLean, for more topical debate are Carol McGiffin, Sherrie Hewson and new loose lady, Lisa Maxwell. Now, there's no doubt that this man's beat can never be stopped. Hairspray star Michael Ball is still to come. But first, Madonna has a reputation as a woman who's not to be messed with, and it seems her new boyfriend, Hewson, is quickly finding that out. She's reportedly laid down the law about his mobile phone use. When he failed to terminate a call to his family when she walked in the room, she was allegedly fuming. So, would it get your goat if your partner took calls while you were there? And what's your mobile phone bugbear? What do you hate most?
Well, it depends what you're doing at the time, doesn't it?
Well, first of all,
I mean, you know, I wouldn't like it if he answered the phone at certain times of the day. Well, do you know what? Before I say anything, I've got to say I absolutely loathe mobile phones, even though I'm completely stuck and addicted to mine. I wish they'd never been invented. But, yeah, because if they hadn't have been, we would have managed, wouldn't we?
No.
Yeah, we would. But anyway.
We're all so used to it
now,
now,
I know. They're here now and they're here to stay. But, you know, there's a little clue in the name of them, mobile phones. When people don't answer the phone or they don't call you back for days, oh, I didn't have my mobile phone with me. It's a mobile phone. That's what you're supposed to do. Take it with you. And then, you know, and the other thing is, I've got a friend, right, who I don't think I've ever called her in, like, you know, the 15 years I've known her, and she's ever answered the phone. Not once. She just doesn't answer the phone. It's like, I can see her sitting there looking at it going, I'm not answering it. I'm not going to answer to your beck and call. I'll call you back when I'm ready. And I just think, what is the point of that? I hate ringing her because there's no answer machine either. And I ring, oh, it's going to ring, and then it goes off. And then I get angry. And then 5 minutes later, she'll be like, oh, did you want something? And I'm like, and I'm fuming. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you do that?
I can kind of see that. You don't want to be totally sort of tied to it all the time.
No, obviously there are times when you can't answer the phone. You know, we can't obviously answer the phone now. But, You know, people still ring you.
Yeah, when you're on set, for example, when we're like on set, we're not allowed to answer the phone and stuff. So, and obviously we text a lot, and I mean that's quite infuriating. If you're working with an actor and he's opposite you and he's got his phone out of his pocket, notice I say he. He's got it's always the men.
Yeah.
Phone in the pocket, texting like that, and then you hear turn over, which means you know get ready because you're going to hear action in a minute, and they're still texting, and you're looking at them and you think, are they going to do this? In a minute, and they quickly shove it in their pocket and say, so, D.I. Nixon, are you... And you think, come on, how can you go from doing that into that? It amazes me.
We're all addicted.
I know, it's a shame that our lives are now those little boxes that we carry around.
All tracking devices, actually.
Yeah.
Steve kind of, obviously, you know, he runs his own business. He spends a lot of his time on the mobile phone, but he's a little bit deaf. So he shouts all the time. And obviously now, obviously with building our house, he's been around a little bit more. So I've sort of seen what he's like in the work environment. And now I know that when he says to me, it's all right, sweetheart, no one's listening, the whole neighbourhood. And he walks around and he's out in the garden.
Why do people do that? Why do they go, hello?
He does.
It's like if I'm talking to somebody and I'm whispering because my Ollie's asleep, my grandson's asleep, and I go, hi, they go, hi. I go, no, don't you whisper. I can't hear you. And then when you're on a train and it's in the quiet zone and somebody goes, hello, I go, have you seen that sign? It says quiet zone, get off the phone.
It's funny, talking about Steve, I think I often see men on holiday, when you're sat by the pool, you're doing everything you can to try and switch off from work. You're lying there, the kids are in the pool, and there's always someone, some bloke, on a phone, doing his business, walking around the pool, which makes you feel like, I should be lying here, I should be on the phone, I should be doing something.
Doesn't it? It makes you think, sad.
Who's doing that? But other people's phone calls do get in your space, and it's really, especially in restaurants and places like that.
They do. Now, pay attention. If you want to become a brand new Loose Women and join us here on this show, the winner will appear on Loose Women for 5 shows. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Well, if you think you've got what it takes, you can't afford to miss Monday's show. We're launching a nationwide search to find a new Loose Woman, and you could be it. We'll be revealing all the details, including how you can enter and who the judges are on Monday. We're looking for someone who is loose, feisty, honest, intelligent and with life experience. So if you think you've got what it takes to become the new face on Loose Women this year, or you know someone else who you think would be perfect, then tune in on Monday for the full details of our biggest talent search ever. Well, not biggest, obviously, because they found us. To find a loose woman. It's good, don't you think?
And the whole of the back row just put their hands up.
It does sound amazing, doesn't it, this prize? 5 days on here with us.
I know.
How fantastic is that? So
scary.
if you think that you could be a loose woman and put up with Carol and the rest of us, don't ever what you do. You don't miss Monday, because that's the day. So watch Monday. It's a fantastic prize.
What day is
Don't
it?
forget. Monday. Don't forget.
Now, scientists have apparently come up with a mathematical model, easy for you to say, that predicts which couples are heading for a life of happiness and which are spiralling towards divorce. Couples were interviewed and asked their views on contentious issues ranging from sex and money to in-laws, and marked based on what they said and how they communicated with each other. The researchers found if both partners were calm in discussions, had shared experiences and attitudes, their marriage would be stable. If both partners avoided conflict altogether, they still had a good chance. But if one partner avoided conflict while the other one loved a good row, well, it was likely to lead to trouble. So what do we think? Do you think you need to...
This is obviously a lesson I should have learned. And I didn't
Not to
learn
interrupt.
it because... Yes, because...
You've learned it now.
No, well, I have learnt it now because I, in my other relationship, was very volatile and I was an agitator.
Oh, say.
Yes.
Well, you always started it.
Yes, because he used to sit there. I'm very passionate today, but he used to sit there and never speak. No matter what happened, you know when men do that? That blanket, don't you want to... He just... So I would get worse and worse, and so I would carry on and carry on. Now, you see, now it's all gone, I'm totally the opposite. I will not have rows. I will not have atmospheres. If anybody has a row and they come near my house, they go out of my house. I won't have any tension near me or any rows whatsoever.
But that's just as bad, though.
Why?
Just avoiding everything is just as bad,
No,
isn't
avoiding
it?
rows, though, Carol. You don't have to have a row.
No, you don't.
And that's what my husband must have thought. But he must have thought, oh, this woman never stops. But it's because he wouldn't row with me that I rowed.